My name is Francisco Galera. I am working in Huawei Enterprise Business Unit for the last 3 years, leading the Latin American technology solutions in the areas of smart cities and intelligent transportation systems. First of all, I would like to thank the organization and authorities for coming and for the invitation to take part at this event, giving us the opportunity to share our experiences and points of view about how the technology can help in the development of our society and cities. Thank you very much. Wherever I go to Latin America and Caribbean areas, in many occasions, I find our friends and customers only know Huawei because of smartphones, okay? Because of this. And that is why I consider, necessary to share with you a brief description of who is Huawei. 30 years ago, in a little Chinese village of 25,000 inhabitants bordering Hong Kong, South China, a Chinese engineer called Ren Zhengfei, today the Huawei's president, journeyed to 4 friends collecting not more than $5,000 American for founding a telecom company called Huawei. Huawei literally means Chinese achievement, and we will see why this is totally true. After 30 years, Huawei ranked at the position 83 by the Fortune Global 500, is the worldwide leader in ICT information, communications, and technology industry, with presence in more than 170 countries and a staff of more than 170,000 workers. Huawei has 15 research institutes and centers, 36 joint innovation centers, and approximately 8,000 research and development employees, and pursues collaboration with global innovators. So, the Huawei Innovation Research Program has involved over 300 universities in more than 20 countries and has sponsored over 1,200 innovation research projects. Today, we have 13 open labs around the world where we collaborate with more than 400 partners to rapidly commercialize industry-specific solutions. In 2016, we invest more than 14% of our revenue in research and development, totaling more than $11 billion. Total research and development spending over the past decade reached $47 billion. Huawei is member of over 360 standard organizations, industry alliance, and open sources communities, and holds over 300 positions of responsibility. Huawei sales revenue in 2016 was $75 billion, up 32% from the previous year. Our smart city solutions have been deployed in over 100 cities across more than 40 countries. Having said all that, now it's clear why Huawei means Chinese achievement, because no other company in the world has reached and done what Huawei did in such a short time. Okay, we are evolving from digital transformation to intelligent transformation. The world is going through a process of digital evolution, propelled by the rise of the Internet of Things, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. This better connected world is now increasingly empowered by intelligence, which further accelerates the pace of digital change. Industries are converging and merging at an ever greater rate, and the process of digitization is tearing down the barriers between people, businesses, and things. Now let me show you a short video where we'll be able to summarize our concept, the road to digital transformation.
when the physical and the digital worlds become one. Survival of the fittest will take on a whole new meaning.
In the new age of ICT, no one can exist in a silo. A new wave is breaking upon us. Innovate or drown.
A growing ecosystem needs new forms of life. So what's the next step in our evolution? Through openness, emerge more future-proof. Through agility, emerge more responsive. Through flexibility, emerge more adaptable. Through better security, emerge with more confidence. Let's make the most of our future and weave cloud DNA into the very fabric of our digital revolution. We will embrace a whole new world of opportunities together.
In the new age of ICT, no one can exist in a silo. A new wave is breaking upon us, innovate or drown. And innovation is the key and the DNA of Huawei. Openness, agility, flexibility, and better security to get more future-proof, more responsive, more adaptable, and more confidence. These are the key elements in the road to digital transformation. But what's about the global industry trends? Plus intelligent, ever-accelerating digital transformation. A new IT revolution is quickening the spread of digital technology. Digital technology is no longer just a consumer plaything. It's a tool for production and city management. Robust digital infrastructure has become a key engine for sustainable economic growth, and many governments now recognize digital technology as one of the keys to building international competitiveness and in the post-crisis era. More sensing, more intelligent. Humanity has always yearned to transcend time and space. Telecommunications enable people to connect across any distance, but being connected was a temporary, specialized activity. Mobile communications made being online the new norm, making us always available in a fully connected world. Going forward, virtual reality and augmented reality will enable fully immersive, inspired experiences. The user will become a part of the virtual world, a part of the virtual history. We will not longer just connect to the World Cup. We can be there on the pitch with the stars. These new capabilities will unleash our imagination and creativity, developing new applications and new services for customers and citizens. But creating this virtual, immersive experience will require connections that are broader, faster, and less costly. Huawei predicts that by 2025, more than 75% of homes worldwide will have broadband access, with 30% of homes connected by gigabit per second speed broadband. Artificial intelligence designed around people. Computer vision and natural language processing technologies are advancing fast, and they are making it possible for us to interact with machines in a much more direct and intuitive way. The barriers to use of technology are tumbling, and access to information will become much faster and easier. But we will need artificial intelligence to help us efficiently sift through oceans of data to find useful information and valuable content. Our artificial intelligence devices will learn our habits and recognize our behavioral patterns and the context in which we live and work. They will bring a smart prediction to our consumer and citizen experiences and context sensitivity to the service we receive. Introducing intelligence to government services will enable flexible, customized education, healthcare, mobility, and customized government. And companies and governments which introduce intelligence ICT will see their ICT systems evolve from a support role to an operation system, and ultimately to our decision-making capability. Device plus intelligence, from a smartphone to an intelligent phones. The mobile internet has grown explosively, and our phones are now the nexus for an increasing array of services. Our problem today is the problem of the choice. That means that consumers and citizens will opt for the most relevant and accurate services delivered in the shortest possible time. Artificial intelligence will be the disruptor in terms of customers and citizen experience. Fortified with artificial intelligence, smartphones will become intelligent phones, and they will be able to engage with us on a human, emotive level through voice, video, and gesture. Artificial intelligence means that our phones will even be able to understand what we say and read what we write as another person might. They will be able to think contextually and to engage us in dialogue to understand our needs. Then they will deliver precisely the information and services we require. Phones will evolve into personal assistants, providing friendly, expert, personalized services at every moment of the day. Huawei predicts that by 2025, over 90% of smart devices users will benefit from the personalized and intelligent services of a smart personal assistant, more than 90%. Industry plus intelligence, creating value faster. The Internet of Things will generate a deluge of data, and today, data is an asset. By 2025, the world will have over 100 billion connections, and the global data produced and stored annually will top 180 zettabytes, 20 times more than in 2015. Faced with these massive quantities of data, industries and governments are redesigning their digital strategies and systems. Traditional systems with scattered pools of data and silhouette applications will give way to cloud-based big data platforms. There will be the foundation of which intelligent industries can be built. Intelligent cloud brains will deliver reliable insights to support smart decisions by individuals and businesses. Issues can be solved before they ever cause a problem, which means a much improved safety record. Industry intelligence will give companies real-time access both to customer needs and to the context which prompted these needs, enabling accurate prediction of future demand. Companies will thus be able to smartly maintain products throughout their life cycle. Whole industries will slide from product-oriented to service-oriented, and value chains will be reconfigured. In a era defined by change, boundary breaking and constant disruption will become the new norm for many industries and governments. Resources used to be the major competitive differentiator, but now talent will be the key factor. Intellectual capital will become more important than financial capital. This coming period will not only witness the emergence of disruptive new technologies. Huge change is also coming in the ways in which value is created in our resources and in the logic of industry and government. The only thing that never changes is change itself. Plus intelligence will open up a brand new future for all of us. While the definition of a smart city may vary widely, the standard for judging a city's intelligence is the effectiveness with which the city manages its resources and enhances the level of livability for residents. A popular notion regarding smart cities emphasizes the use of information and communications technology, a concept that encompasses the Internet of Things, cloud computing, and big data to make municipal or national services more interactive, and efficient. So rather than interpreting success from a technology perspective alone, a smart city may be best viewed as a collective effort to thrive under challenging conditions. Smart city initiatives can be analyzed from two perspectives: scope and content. In terms of scope, most ongoing projects involve key city infrastructure and services, or are geared to providing smart solutions to the problems of citizens or a particular industry. The content of a smart city project involves infrastructure upgrades with a smart application or the deployment of new services, for instance, smart parking or personal health monitoring, that are relatively easy and do not interfere with ongoing administration. It's generally more difficult to upgrade existing key infrastructure components into next-generation smart service enablers, such as introducing smart water or electric meters. City administration, cohesive and open. A multitude of tools and technologies are available to encourage various segments of society to participate in smart city initiatives, including open and inclusive networks, open data infrastructure, use of visualization, emulation, and gamification, citizen participation, and coordinated administration. Services, smarter, more personalized. A wide variety of smart city services have been deployed around the world to address the problems and priority uses facing each city. Smart transportation, analyze traffic data collected by sensors and adjust traffic signals in real time to mitigate traffic congestion. Is the automation of the traffic. Smart grids improve distribution efficiency and enable electric companies to find and resolve problems quickly. Smart public security monitors activities in cities in real time in coordination with police, fire, and transportation agencies, among others. Smart healthcare monitors patients at home and relieves the pressure on hospitals with limited resources. Smart education provides virtual classrooms and innovative study environments that are more productive and safer for students otherwise exposed to city hazards. The majority of smart city services focus on, but not limited to, energy, environment, and transportation. Using ICT to reduce cost, improve the utilization of resources, and reduce pollution and greenhouse gases. By providing convenient public transportation options, smart services helps reduce the number of private vehicles on the road and helping all commuters reduce travel time. Financing, more diverse, very capital intensive. The most common financing tools employed in the smart city projects around the globe include public-private partnerships, green bonds, performance contracts for saved energy, tax increment financing, crowdfunding, and private investments. Cities around the world are actively exploring new business models to finance and launch smart city projects. New models implemented so far include cloud-based pay-as-you-go services that capture income from data mining, pilot programs, and smart procurement. Technologies, integrated and comprehensive. A multitude of technologies are employed in smart city implementations, including broadband access, Internet of Things, personal intelligent devices, cloud computing, and big data. In all cases, the overall goal is to enhance the urban data supply or actualize the opportunities created by data services. Government incentives, more stimulus. The governments of Korea, Japan, and Singapore, among others, are pushing for pilot projects led by top domestic companies to resell their smart city solutions to emerging economies. Smart cities and technological innovation. Technology development is moving forward on many smart city fronts and is influencing innovation in broadband access, IoT, personal devices, cloud computing, big data, and analytics. Broadband access. In Europe, most pilots are operating with a combined broadband penetration rate of over 50% and almost 5 megabits per second average bandwidth. China's fixed broadband and cellular penetration rates are 14% and almost 30% respectively, or 44% in the aggregate. And in the rest of fixed access, for 2/3 of the pilot cities are above their national average level. Internet of Things. Most pilot cities are actively promoting the IoT as a public service platform based on the idea of open data and open infrastructure. IoT applications will use urban internet infrastructure to make ICT resources and public data accessible to everyone. From networked glasses to smart shoes, Things can use smart gateways specifically designed for IoT use to mediate the data to and from users based on security and need to know. In all cases, APIs, application programmers interface, enable application to use the data programmatically, and emerging interfaces are designed to provide standard ways to communicate with sources as diverse as radio frequency ID, RFID, tags, traffic monitors, smart electric meters, and pollution monitors. Huawei's IoT Connection Management Platform. The Huawei's Internet of Things Connection Management Platform is an unified, open, and cloud-based platform provided for operators, enterprise, industries, and governments. It allows for connections using SIM and non-SIM cards and supports connection management. The platform used open app APIs and IANs to integrate with various network applications and provide access to sensors, devices, and gateways. The platform helps operator, enterprise, industry partners, and government units implement fast network applications, integration, and rapid devices access, as well as secure and reliable full connection management, propelling industrial innovation and the fast generation of an IoT ecosystem. Personal intelligent devices. Powerful computing devices such as smartphones and tablets that generate huge amounts of data are catalyzing the opportunity to build large-scale solutions for local populations. As the coverage of intelligent devices increases and city leaders see how smart devices are improving people's lives, services accessible on intelligent devices will increase significantly. Information security poses a challenge to the use of smart services on personal intelligent devices. Developers must carefully consider information security and data protection as smartphones are used to provide smart services and generate service data. Cloud computing. Pilot cities are deploying cloud computing services to lower the overall cost of services delivery and enable a mechanism for quickly responding to the needs of the public. Many European Union cities have accumulated extensive experience in this area, but most of the pilot cities in China are still in the initial state of cloud computing implementation. Big data mining and analytics. The growing maturity of big data mining and analytics technologies is helping pilot cities develop smart applications by leveraging enormous amounts of data from various sources. Here we can see the forecast for the increase of information, and in 2020 is expected to be generated 2,000 times more information than in 2009. In fact, it's expected that more than 80% of that information will be unstructured data, messages of Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, audio and video files, PDF files. And that's why big data is a very important tools platform, because it's not possible to treat that volume of data with conventional analytics tools. So, for instance, the Chinese cities of Shanghai and Ningbo are using big data to optimize their transportation systems and reduce pollution. In Spain, the city of Barcelona is used advanced analytic methods to develop better city indicators. A number of challenges must be overcome to fully explore the potential of big data mining and analytics, including a shortage of data mining professionals, incomplete policy on privacy protection, and the growing demand for innovative technologies to obtain, store, encrypt, search, share, and analyze data. We have talked about innovation and trends related to smart cities, but what about the smart cities challenge? Evidently, not two cities are the same. So we will talk about a generic but also important challenge for smart cities. The number of extreme events associated with climate change is increasing, and so cities must learn to develop resilience to them, especially those more vulnerable due to their location in coastal regions. City planners and developers need to consider how best to site and build infrastructure to limit the risk, and all cities will require rapid action plans that set out how to cope and limit long-term damage in the face of any disruption of major infrastructure. Increasing urbanization will give increased problems for cities in terms of infrastructure, their ability to meet existing environmental targets, and also on their ability to attract new residents and companies, which bring wealth and prosperity to a city. And although this sounds very attractive, developing a smart city brings a lot of challenge. Many stakeholders agreed that a successful smart city has to guarantee the collaboration among different stakeholders. One of the biggest challenges for smart cities is getting rid of their inherent silos, linking, for example, the security department with the mobility department to use common city infrastructure like CCTV cameras, in line with both departments' interests. The challenge in the smart city projects is for all the stakeholders involved to evolve towards the same goal. This means we change and adapt many of the ways we work today. This could mean government organizations and departments working together on larger projects. It could mean us adapting the regulation we have in place to ensure there's much more collaboration between businesses and governments. It could mean adapting the KPIs, the key process indicators we use to monitor the performance in a city, not only in terms of how it's performing, but also in terms of the quality of life for the residents in that city. Besides the challenge of collaboration, many parties see the adaptation for growth as a challenge as well. So, the director of the city of Utrecht in Netherlands in Europe agrees with this. Growth is a big challenge. We are the fastest growing city in the Netherlands, and I think the jobs in Utrecht even grow faster than the inhabitants. So, growth in mobility, extra homes for us, that is really the challenge of this government. This is the adaptation of cities for growth while being resilient to climate events and reducing greenhouse gases is one of the biggest challenges for smart cities at the moment, the change. Besides the difficulty of collaboration and the room for growth, cost and funding can be a huge challenge. Converting an existing city is a lot more expensive than building a new city that complies with all the requirements for being fully smart. Breaking up the old street causes much disturbance for commerce and transportation. Especially historic cities are difficult to optimize. Owners Owners of historic buildings often cannot get planning permission to optimize their building energetically. Moreover, many companies agree that this is a challenge to add value to the generated data. Since this is unfortunately not on the city's side, but on the private sector, and it needs lots of money to develop integrated platforms. From the city side, it's important that cities allow companies and citizens to obtain the generated data and let them try to figure out how to add value to this data. Finally, I would like to finish this presentation with a short inspirational video prepared by the futurist Leonard Gere from TFA Studios. The short video raises the question, digital transformation, are you ready for exponential change?
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in: you. Right now, you are a central point in the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated. To imagine change squared, you've got to start engaging more with what might be, not just with what is. Immerse yourself in the immediate future, 5 to 7 years out from today. We need to go beyond technology and data to reach human insights and wisdom. Technology represents the how of change, but humans represent the why. The future is about holistic business model. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. Humanity is where true and lasting value is created. We will engage, relate, and buy things because of the experiences they provide, because of their transformative power. The future doesn't just happen, the future gets happened. The new way to work is to embrace technology, but not to become it. The future is in technology, yet the bigger future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead from here.